Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Bunnycat's Oracle, or welcome back. I am here to do your December 2020 tarot reading. I apologize, I'm a couple days late. It's been a really busy month, busy couple weeks. And this reading will be for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising, or anyone just interested in knowing what's going on with the Sagittarius collective. As usual, I will start with a non-denominational prayer. So whether you're religious or not, or whatever you believe in, I'm just setting the intention for today. So I pray for everyone who clicked on this video. I pray that you're healthy, that you're happy, that you and your loved ones are protected, that you are blessed, and that you're making all your best wishes come true. I will ask the universe for clear and concise messages that you need to hear this month. So let's get started. Using the Cat Tarot again, back by popular request. So, Sagittarius, please, for December 2020, what do my centaurs need to know? Sagittarius. I just like saying that. Sagittarius. Such a cool word. December 2020, please, for the Sagittarian folks. One more shuffle here for Sagittarius, please. December 2020. All right, let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. Okay. So in the present, we have the 7 of Wands, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Justice card at the top. So some of you, I feel like it's like you need to stick up for yourself. The 7 of Wands shows you feeling very guarded, showing you needing to like protect your position in some way. Some of you could actually be dealing with a legal matter. We have Justice at the top. And this is also the card of advocacy. So whether you're advocating for yourself or for somebody else, that could apply. We have the King of Swords here. So this could be your energy. So trying to be just very logical, very forthright. This card can also represent a lawyer. So some of you are literally in some sort of legal scenario here. But otherwise, it typically represents a mature professional, but somebody who's very, very direct. They think with their head more so than their heart. They could be a little harsh too with their words because, again, they're very, very direct. They don't care about your feelings. They're just going to say exactly what they think. And this can also be about like a life or death situation, not necessarily life or death, but I mean, like the power of the King of Swords is of life and death. It's kind of like the decisions that you make this month or decisions that are made in your favor or against have a lot of impact. This card just has a lot of weight. Some of you could be cutting someone out of your life, like literally. 8 of Cups can be about leaving. It can be about moving away from a situation. So for some of you, you could literally be going through a divorce if that's the case. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not necessarily the case though. For others, you could be leaving a job or you could be trying to negotiate like a better settlement for yourself in some area, right? This can also be about like escapism. There could be a little bit of escapism this month, like either, daydreaming or drinking or smoking too much or something like that. But I keep getting this card again and again in all of the readings that I do for everyone. So I've been telling people, I think it's just universal energy of 2020 that we're all sort of like trying to cope our best with this year. Thank God this is the last year of 2020 and hopefully next year will be a better year. I'm going to see what other cards you get to kind of interpret this better. But justice is upright. So any decisions that are made about you this month seem to be going in your favor. It seems like things are going in your favor, but you still feel like you've got to kind of fight for it, fight for your point of view or just to get kind of a better deal for yourself. So we'll see what else comes up. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Ten of Cups. we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so you could have been dealing with a woman who's very wealthy, very good mother type. Doesn't have to be a mom, but somebody who really does a good job of taking care of everyone in their family. Queen of Pentacles is a provider, very abundant energy, right? Or this could have been your energy. You could have been, doing really well financially and maybe still are, but maybe feeling like you have to kind of take care for everyone, provide for everyone, in a material sense. You also have the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you may have been offered a new job, a new position, or even some of you, it could have been about a ring. There could have been a discussion about a ring. Can be that with Ace of Pentacles. It can also be just like a lucky penny. You could have been lucky in some way. Excuse me. Sorry about the noise in the background. That is my man coming in. We have the 10 of Cups here, which is a very happy home life type of energy. Hey, monkey, I'm just doing a reading here. So feeling very happy at home. You seem to have like everything going your way. Even if some of you may be thinking about leaving home or leaving some sort of situation, but it seems like in the recent past, you had like a really good kind of home life, but there was some sort of difficult decision with the 2 of Swords here above the 10 of Cups. So again, definitely for some of you, or maybe someone specific, you may have been thinking about making a decision that's going to affect your home life or your family in some way, right? This could be about a relationship. You could have even just kind of put off making a decision because like it's so difficult. You're just like, I can't even think about it. I can't even talk about it. And there's like, this card can be associated with blocking. This could be somebody even in your family that you're not speaking to at the moment, right? Or somebody around you. But we'll see what else is going on here. It's interesting though, just like as a side note, this is actually known as one of the happiest cards in the deck. And we sort of get that vibe with the rainbow colors on the bowls here. But I get the feeling the author doesn't have the greatest view of like home life and what this card represents, the house and the dog and the 2 kids and all the unpaid slavery that goes along with motherhood, because she's added these sort of dark clouds at the top. And dark clouds in the tarot are usually about danger and about things being kind of, uncertain, right? So I get the sense the author of this tarot deck is a single woman. God bless her. But for me, like the 10 of Cups doesn't have to be about the traditional, Christian conservative view of family, of the 2.5 kids and the picket fence and the dog and all that. Like your family can just be you and a couple of roommates, or you living alone with your pet or several pets, or you and your partner and, like no kids. Like it's to me, this is just about like the happiness, the home life, the family, your tribe. So whatever that means for you, right? We can have different ideas about what family is. Anyway, just as an aside, let's look at your near future. So we have the Queen of Cups, really nice energy here. Lots of really good feelings. We have the 9 of Swords. So something's causing you a little anxiety. Oh boy, is it ever. Okay, we got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on here with the Knight of Pentacles. It feels like in the near future, you need to keep working on something. There's something you need to keep putting effort into every day, a little bit at a time. Knight of Pentacles is very persistent energy. This could be a woman that you're dealing with, or it could be your energy. Queen of Cups. This is generally, it could represent a water sign like Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Doesn't have to be though, but it's generally a very creative, very imaginative type of female energy. It could, of course, apply to a man as well or whatever. So take it how it resonates. Someone who very much lives in their emotions and in their dream world, right? So they might not be the most practical person, but they're very beautiful. They're very creative. They have a lot of really good ideas and really like to enjoy themselves at home and make themselves comfortable. Like this cat looks very, very comfortable. So if this is your energy coming up, you may be really in your feelings in the near future, but feeling pretty good, kind of doing your own thing. I feel though, because of the cards under it, that it's more than likely somebody that you're dealing with. It could be a person like this in your life for whatever reason that is causing you some anxiety. And again, this could be a man. It could be like an emotional man as well, right? Or just a queen, like whatever that means to you. This is the card of staying up all night. 10 of Swords is about an ending to a difficult period. So sometimes things just have to end. You just can't work them out. And the good news about the Ten of Swords is that it's over. It marks the end of the difficulty, right? Rather than the start of more difficulties. So whoever it is that's been causing you grief, you've been thinking about leaving, I feel that you're going to make the decision to end it, or that decision may be made, for you. But the thing is, the 10 is equivalent to the Ace of Swords. 1 plus 0 is 1 still. So, and the Ace of Swords is all about truth and clarity. So once you get that ending, you have this truth and clarity, and you know where you stand, and you can move forward from there. You can have a new beginning. You can kind of put this painful period behind you. So whatever that is, and again, it doesn't have to be romantic. I hate like talking about breakups in readings, because A, it's like not what I want to be telling people, and B, I just think it's not really going to apply to a lot of people. And if you are in a great relationship, I'm not here to tell you to break up your relationship. This could actually be about just like somebody you work with, right? Or it could be a friend who, hasn't been so honest or so kind with you, right? Or it could even be like a family member or an in-law. It's somebody around you that just seems to cause you more anxiety than anything else. And there seems to be a need to move away from this person just to bring more peace to your life. So please take it how it resonates, and don't assume that I am predicting an end to your relationship if you are in a perfectly good one. Let's look at what is hidden to you. So this could be people or situations around you that you don't see in this line here. It could also be just like further out in your future. We've got the 4 of Cups, we got the 5 of Cups, we have the Emperor. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, and we have the Empress. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the Emperor and the Empress, this here would be a divine union. The Emperor is the king of all kings, and the Empress is the queen of all queens. So we have a very abundant energy here. So like these two would make a perfect couple, right? Running their empire. The Empress is all about abundance. The Emperor is all about being the boss, being large and in charge. So you may identify with one or either of these cards. There is a possibility of a divine union, I think, with somebody that you may not know about yet, because again, this is what's hidden to you. Also, I kind of get the sense that some of you may be so focused on the things or the relationships that have gone sour in your life that you may not be open to a new person around you who could actually be perfect for you. Like this could be your perfect partner. But the 5 of Cups is about somebody who is focused on what went wrong and is not looking at what's going right? Like somebody who has been grieving, but is grieving a little too long, right? And needs to kind of open their eyes and turn around and see all the great things around them. The 4 of Cups is a very similar message. It's somebody not being sure that they want what's being offered, or not even seeing what's being offered. Actually, both of these cards have this message about not seeing what is being offered to them. So you may need to open your eyes, take another perspective, look around. Keep an open mind, right? Because especially if you're feeling maybe a little depressed, maybe a little bored, maybe a little bitter or cynical, don't be, because it seems that there is somebody in your midst that could complement you perfectly. The astrological signs we have here are Taurus and Aries. So it could be either of those signs. We also, again, we have Pisces here. We have Gemini here, but it doesn't really have to be about the astrology. So maybe that doesn't resonate. For some of you, maybe it means something. Okay, let's look at what's motivating you this month. I'll be getting some clarifiers later as well, so we can get a little deeper with the messages here. We have the 10 of Wands, we have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the Moon at the top. Okay, so there's really a feeling of uncertainty, and I am getting a vibe too of just like kind of an emotional vibe, like which isn't unusual. I've actually been getting this in a lot of the readings too, of just people just kind of feeling emotional, uncertain, uncomfortable, which is I think how everybody in the world feels right now, like if I'm being honest. So if you are feeling that way, I'm sorry to hear it, but you would be in good company with over 8 billion people around the world probably kind of feeling the same way. So if that's any comfort to you, it's just kind of a weird year, right? But it feels like, everything is uncertain and is unknown. You kind of have to rely on your instinct alone this month. You can't rely on what you see and what people say. Not everyone around you is being completely honest, it seems. With the moon, we don't see what's ahead, right? The world looks so beautiful when it's lit up by the moon, but you're not seeing things exactly as they are. And these dogs here that could be barking at you and telling you, don't go over there, but they're just kind of distracting. And you can't really trust them. This cats are nocturnal, right? So the cat's perfectly at home in the night and has his or her own journey to go on and needs to kind of just ignore the distraction of the dogs, right? So you may be kind of just following your own instinct. You may be in a business or in some sort of situation where it feels like you're just following a gut, like a hunch, that you have, and maybe other people around you don't really understand what you're doing or trying to talk you out of it, but you just really just need to listen to that hunch. It can also just be, again, about like feeling emotional, feeling a little fearful, or even a little bit depressed. I have the 10 of Wands right underneath it. So I feel like you're feeling very burdened, like maybe even overwhelmed, but you have 2 tens here. So it's like you're almost at the end of a cycle and at the end of a difficult period. You're almost there. You just kind of need to keep going. Like this Knight of Pentacles here says, you need to keep going, like little by little, like you're going to get where you go and need to go. And you're going to put this difficult period behind you. And you have this wonderful abundance coming in the near future. But it seems you are working really, really hard and feeling uncertain, and also like watching your money really tightly, like your budget, keeping a close eye on that, maybe not, living so lavishly as you would like to. But I do see a lot of abundance coming in. So please don't worry, Sagittarius. Again, okay, let's look at some advice. We have the Death card here with the vacuum cleaner, which I love. We have the 8 of Swords, which is a kind of hilarious card for the 8 of Swords, a cat and toilet paper. And we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, so Sagittarius, lots of like air energy in your reading, like overall, like lots of kind of swords, especially on this side. So I feel like you are in your head a lot, like maybe overthinking things, maybe even staying up all night, unable to sleep, maybe making things out to be like even like worse than they are. It's almost like the way that you think about things is making a situation worse than it actually is. You might not actually be seeing things clearly. That is the message with the 8 of Swords. It's like, this is a card of fear, but as you can see, it's kind of ridiculous. Like it's about this cat feeling trapped, and look how trapped he is. He's wrapped in toilet paper. So obviously he's not that trapped. It would not be difficult to break through these chains and escape, but he's acting like he's so trapped he just couldn't possibly escape. And we can see clearly that he absolutely can, right? So the way that you're looking at your own situation is not completely clear. Like that's why I say you're making it worse in your head than it actually is. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of change. And some of you are making a big change. Some of you are moving on from something. You may be even like changing addresses. 6 of Swords is about moving on. It's about putting past transgressions behind you. And it says, everything is going to be okay. You may be moving away from some choppy waters, so to speak, and moving into calm waters. And with the Death card here, that it says, make that change. It is the right thing to do. It's just, it feels really scary. It looks really scary. It's like, where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going. Like, am I actually doing this? Like, how are things going to be in the future? Is this going to work out? But it seems to me, if you feel a nagging feeling in your gut, like a hunch that something needs to end, or somebody needs to go, or some situation needs to end, right? Like, do it. Now, if you don't, then this probably isn't your reading, although you're welcome to hang out. But, you know who you are, and you know what you need to do. And I'm going to shuffle some playing cards now. We're just going to actually see where they fall to see if that can offer us a little bit more insight into this reading. Okay, Sagittarius, please. Oh my God, this just fell right out. Okay, I'm only going to take the first card because there's like a little bit too much going on here. 7 of Hearts in between the 10 of Hearts and the King of Swords. Okay, this is actually a card of wishes in cartomancy. In tarot, this would be like the 7 of Cups, which is about a lot of options, which is interesting because actually I saw the 7 of Cups come out when I was pre-shuffling before I did your reading. You do have a lot of options, probably in relation to love and family. there are a lot of options. You may feel like you don't. You may feel like in some way, if you break up with a certain person, or if you lose a friend, or if you leave a work situation or whatever, like that you're giving up so much that you'll be alone forever. But this is absolutely not true. It actually seems that there are quite a few people who would be interested in you, and one in particular who could be like perfect for you, right? Okay, 4 of spades, landing on the 4 of pentacles, so double 4s, and in between the 10 of cups. This is a card of rest. It's like about needing to take a rest. I think all your worrying is what needs to rest, needs to be put to rest. You may be a little too focused on your budget. I mean, I'm not saying like don't pay attention to your budget, but I think you may be overthinking, or you may be worrying like more than you need to, and you kind of just need to give it a rest. There may also be something too that has been a bit of a drain financially for you, some sort of big project that you were doing that maybe you didn't really actually want to do, or that maybe that's what needs to take a rest, or maybe doesn't need to happen after all, if that applies to you. Let's see what else we have here. This is kind of fun. Sagittarius, please. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh, 6 of hearts, 5 of diamonds. Okay. There's somebody here. There's somebody from the past. The 6 of hearts is about like soulmates, people from the past, friends. I mean, it can be about hobbies too, but I think it's about people because it showed up with the 5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds is about supportive relationships. It says that during those times when we feel like we are alone, like we have nobody to help us, we actually do. There are 1 or 2 people in your corner that are going to be there for you through thick and through thin. So even if you feel like, oh my God, I can't do this, I couldn't possibly, all this, overthinking and worrying, like there are people you can call on for help if you needed help. Okay. And it could be somebody from the past. There could be some sort of old friend or some sort of soulmate or somebody in your family you've lost touch with that will be there for you through some sort of change. And this is falling in between the 2 of swords and the 8 of cups. So you may even be going on some sort of journey to connect with this person, or maybe traveling, maybe they are at a distance, or it may be that they show up in your life when you finally leave another situation, right? For those of you that this is like leaving a romantic situation or like a breakup, I feel like you're going to reconnect with somebody else from your past that is going to be very supportive with you during this time, and it may be that they can't really be in your life presently because you're with somebody else. But when you leave that situation, you're able to reconnect with them. So that's nice. It's nice. Kind of could even just be like a supportive friend. It's not necessarily romantic, but could be. I'm thinking I need to do love readings here, and maybe like mid-month, like as a bonus. Let me know if you're interested in that. I'll probably just do it anyway. Okay, so this is fun. The unicorn card just popped out. This kind of came out for Aries too. This is one of my favorite cards. I left it in. It's like the card that comes with the deck, but I left it in to be like a wild card. Sort of like a cross between the Magician and the Star. It's sort of like something out of the blue, something you could manifest, or that could just suddenly fall into your lap. That is kind of wild. Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. There's some sort of surprise. There's some sort of exciting kind of magical energy here. And it came right in between the 10 of Cups and the King of Swords. So you could be really surprised about what you hear. It could be about somebody who is like an air sign, or like a Gemini or a Libra or a Aquarius, I guess. It could also just be like a wish come true, again, because it showed up with the 7 of Hearts, which is like about wishes fulfilled. There may be somebody that you love dearly that you're thinking about, but you're not talking to, since 10 of Cups is underneath the 2 of Swords. And it may turn out that person actually really likes you and really would love nothing more than to talk to you. So there could be some lovely surprises in store here. So keep an open mind. Let's see what else. This guy seems to want to come out, but where? Are you going to come? Okay, maybe he's not. All right. Okay. All right, then. I'll just keep shuffling. If you don't want to come out, you don't want to come out. I'm not going to force you to. Oh my God. Okay, wow. I've just like made a huge mess. Okay. Well, I see an ace. I see 2 10s. I'm going to leave the others. They didn't flip over, and it's just like too many cards. I think we saw 2 10s already, didn't we? We had a 10 over here. with a 10 somewhere else. 10 of one. Yeah. So unsurprisingly, oh no, you had 3 10s already. So, and actually 3 10s can be very lucky. I mean, it does still talk about like major changes, having 3 10s in your spread, but you now have 5 10s. What is this? What did I do there? Okay. But there are now 5 10s. So big changes are going on for you, Sagittarius, an ending to a difficult period. But then going right into this happiness, like, so 10 of hearts on its own is the happiest card, right? It's like the 10 of cups down here. It's like everything you could possibly want. And it's also showing up with an ace of hearts. So that's double, like, confirming this, because it would be equivalent to the ace, right? 1 + 0 is 1. So there's a new love, and it may even be somebody from the past you're connecting with, or this could be a new person. But it's kind of like you leave one situation and then boom, this new thing is here. And I really get the feeling it's like out of the blue, like you're not going to see this coming. There is somebody who is going to make you so happy, who is just going to show up in your life in some way. And you're going to need to keep your eyes open and kind of be open to new people talking to you. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. But it's somebody that would make you feel so happy. This person feels like family. They don't have to be actually in your family, but they feel like family. They feel like you are one of your own, right? Like part of your tribe. So that's amazing. I hope that part applies to you, because that's really wonderful. So big changes going on, Sagittarius. You may need to take a deep breath this month. But it looks like you're going to be very, very pleasantly surprised with some of the developments that come out of that, right? So be brave. Let's see some animal cards here just to close out your reading. See if we have any animal spirit messages for my Sagittarian crew. What do we got here? Sagittarius. It just sounds so much better when you whisper it. Sagittarius. Like, I don't know why. I'm just weird today. Okay, anything? Come on now. Oh, here you go. Oh, wow. Okay, we have the tiger. I'll just put that there. We have dragonfly, and it looks like sea serpent too. So, oh, starfish. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take them all, and I'm just going to vibe with it. I'm not taking all of those, though. Okay. So, starfish is about, like, it's kind of a superficial energy, but it's about getting attention. It's almost like a showy, offy energy, but it showed up with this tiger. So I feel like, some people may think you're just kind of showing off, but you kind of do need to show off a little bit this month. You need to put yourself out there, and you need to be brave. The tiger is incredibly brave. He hunts in the night. See that he has a moon on his head? And we've seen the moon earlier, didn't we? Because we got the moon card. So it's like, it's about moving through darkness, right? Again, like we saw here, it's like, even though you don't know what is ahead of you, you need to just follow your gut and trust that you're going the right way. You need to be brave, and you need to allow people to see you like being brave. And even if you feel like kind of silly, you do need to put yourself out there a little bit. Now, I know we're all in lockdown, so I'm not suggesting you go, paint the town red. I don't even think that you can, actually. I mean, depending on where you live, maybe you can, but you may just need to kind of show up a little bit more. And maybe it's putting yourself out on social media. Maybe it's like picking up the phone and calling people that you miss and your friends, and just kind of making yourself available. You do need to be brave this month. There's going to be big changes, but you absolutely have everything you need to handle those. And this is very powerful energy. So very powerful, very brave. Show up for yourself, show up for others this month, Sagittarius. Then we have the dragonfly, and we have the sea serpent. And this is more of like a watery type of energy here. It's kind of mesmerizing. Again, I'm getting this like mystical feeling. It had this, what's it called? A unicorn. Sorry about that showed up earlier. And now we have this like mystical sea serpent type of thing showing up. And even the dragonfly has this sort of like mystical vibe to him. It's like you can't help but watch. Like, it's so beautiful and iridescent, and it's like, here for just like a minute, and then it flies away, and it's just like a thing to behold. So there's some sort of quality about you this month, Sagittarius, that is like almost magical. Like, it's like, wow, like if there were ever a month to kind of flex and show off, like this would be the month. I feel people will be very drawn to you. You may not see this in yourself. Like, I get the feeling you may be feeling a little down in the dumps, maybe feeling a little overwhelmed. I don't think people are seeing you that way. I think they're seeing you as somebody that's very strong, very brave, and like mesmerizing. Like you may be looking really good too, you know, like maybe you've been working out, taking good care of yourself. Like you're definitely getting people's attention this month and looking really impressive. Sea serpent is also about healing, and it's about trust. It's like the idea of this like mother snake that like wraps herself around us and protects us and brings us to the next phase in our lives. And I don't think it's a coincidence that this creates like a 0, right? And that looks like a 0 as well, because you guys are finishing some period in your life and you're moving into something new. So it's kind of like there's this clean slate energy, like you're starting anew. You've learned some tough lessons probably in the recent past. You may feel like in some area of your life you're back at square one, but you're not really back at square one. Like you've learned all these cool lessons, and you're wiser and you're older and you're more mature now, and you're not going to make the same mistakes that you did before. And you know, your next relationship or your next job or your next project or whatever it is that you're starting anew, it's going to be so much better than the last, because you've learned so much. You have all this knowledge to apply to it. So you just need to trust you're on the right path. You seem to be protected and blessed, and really good things are coming your way. So keep your eyes open, Sagittarius. If you are celebrating holidays this month, I hope you're being safe, being careful. I probably won't be going anywhere. I'll probably post something on YouTube around Christmas, if not on Christmas Day. If you want to chat with me on YouTube, you know, I'll be here. Love to hear from you. Leave me a comment if any of this resonated with you. I want to thank you again for joining me here on the channel. It's been great having you. And I want to wish you all the best. I wish you courage. I wish you luck. I wish you love. And I hope that 2020 is a much better year 2021 is a much better year than 2020 has been. And I hope you have an excellent month. Okay. Bye.